And there we go. Set his car on fire probably like 15, 20 times I reckon I set his car on fire. So honestly it was crap welding these. Between these two pieces of steel there's oil remains and I don't know what else in there, but when you go to weld this, that stuff burns and the gases that come up from it burning like just make a terrible mess of your weld. So these they don't look as pretty, they don't look as pretty as they could, but they definitely have done the job. I can show you up on the outside here where the steel's welded through, so they're good welds. They don't look as pretty. I'm going to give them a buff and a little bit of a sand just to make them look a touch prettier on the outside, but I know they're good, so that's pretty much that done. There's the hole drilled out, so now I can fit one of these pins, so that's going to be lining up with the hole that's there. Alright, what am I going to do next? So I think I'm at the point now where I need to actually get this welded to the frame, which means marking out these 3 holes, because I know where the plate, well, where this piece is going to be mounted to on that. So if I mark out those 3, I need to drill out these ones, I need to drill out this plate, nuts need to be welded underneath, and then I have to drill into the frame under the nuts so that the nuts can sit down in there. So I've been to the hardware store today. I've got the bolts that we need for the 3 engine mounts, and I've also got the bolts that we're using for these subframes. Got these nice flanged nuts here, so these are going to get drilled out a little bit. These nuts are getting welded to the back of there like that. Here's the holes slightly bigger. I've gone in, bolted up the nuts to one side of this so I can start welding them on, and then I'll weld the other ones on. Here we go, weld it up. Oh, nice job. So I've got to drill out holes in the chassis so that those nuts can fit into there, so that this plate can sit flat again. It's still a bit hot, so I'm not going to touch it with my hands, but I've got the starting holes there. I'm going to drill them out to roughly the size that I need and see how well it fits. And there's our giant holes. Just making your car a bit more lightweight there, Kevin. So, these plates fit nicely on top of there, nice and snug in there. Got the other one in there with the bolts and the subframe piece already on there, and it's looking really good. Okay, so now that we've done those holes, the next step is almost to weld this in, but before I do that, I want to put a couple of holes in this plate so I can do some spot welds, some plug welds like I did with this one here. So I'll even do probably 3 across the front there, 2 in the middle there, and we'll just go for it and see how it is. And there we go. Got some lovely holes in there. I'm going to mark them out so I can take the plate off and grind down underneath them. And then I get to weld them in. There we go, spot's welded. Fits in its little spot nicely. Here we go. Let's get them welded in. And we're welded. It's looking pretty good. I do need to grind this whole edge back so it's nice and flat, just so this piece that's coming down has got room. So just going to grind that bottom edge on that one there. Same thing on this one here. Get that nice and tidy, and I'll probably just tidy up these bits here so it's nice and flat. There we go. Nice and ground up. Get this back where it needs to go. There we are. So that lives there. Very good. Other side's done as well, so that fits in there nicely. There we go. Pieces cut out. They're going to go in there. I've got this all tightened down so I can tack it while it's in place so I can get all the angles right. And then I need to mark out the hole to drill so I can have this pipe going all the way through.